It's Ryan Lee back with another video, and this is our ongoing series called What the F, or WTF number 3, and this is Shortstop. Now, just a little recap of what this series is. I'm doing these coaching calls, done well over 200 over the past 4 to 6 weeks, and these are little things I'm finding more like low-hanging fruit where people are just leaving a lot of money on the table, and it just makes me scratch my head and say, what the F? So, again, this one is called Shortstop, and let me explain what the problem is. They usually had, and it's funny because I had two businesses on the same day in a row that had the same issue, and they have one marketing tactic that was working in the past. So whether it was joint ventures or pay-per-click, whatever it was working, and for some reason they stopped doing it. And because one of the first questions I ask them is, well, what have you done to market your site or your web business? And they'll describe what they've done to market, and I'll say, well, why aren't you currently doing it? And 99% of the time, I'm like, well, I don't know. I just stopped. Or they get bored, or they want to try new things. And then what happens is their business starts declining. So the two examples that I had that were back to back, they both done well with joint ventures. And when I looked at the amount of money they had made or were making per month and the percentage of them that came from joint venture deals, it was like 80, 85, 90% were from joint ventures. And they stopped doing the joint ventures 3 months ago, 5 months ago, and it made no sense. I said, well, let me ask you, if joint ventures were working for you, if they're responsible for 80 or 90% of your business, why aren't you doing them every day? Well, I don't know. I just kind of stopped. So it's just, if you think about it, if you think about the craziness of that, if that is responsible for your business, then why are you focusing on other marketing? Like laser in on the joint venture marketing, laser in on finding joint venture partners. I said, so here's your plan out. Spend the next, every day, if it's just an hour, find 5 or 6 new potential joint venture partners and send them emails, do follow-up calls. And even if you get 1 or 2 of them, your business is going to grow dramatically. And there's no cost to you. You don't have to do pay-per-click or media buys. So just by focusing on what's working, if it works, keep doing it. It's like this assembly line. Just keep doing it. Keep putting it right through the funnel. Keep doing what's working. So once it starts working, then you can add in new marketing, right? So let's say your joint ventures are working. So now, once it's working, you can start to add in new things like pay-per-click, media buys, PPV, which stands per pay-per-view. I've been doing some testing on that with some interesting results. Some free marketing like discussion forums, article marketing, video marketing, social media marketing, book marketing, blogging. There's so many marketing things you can do, but what happens is people get overwhelmed. Like, oh my God, where do I start? Where do I begin? What's the first thing I do? How do I do social media and video marketing and article marketing and pay-per-click? And it's just overwhelming. But again, if you just kind of take a deep breath, exhale, and just focus on one of these things first. So, for example, joint ventures, get it and really crank on it. So here's your action step. Okay, focus on one marketing tactic. Create a simple spreadsheet. Use Excel. Use a Google Doc spreadsheet, and create all the different marketing tactics that you're going to be using, and only do one thing at a time. Really get that thing working, and if it's working, keep doing it. All right, and I don't care if you're really doing well and your business is reaching your goals of, let's say your goal is $10,000 a month, and you're making it and you're reaching it and exceeding it, which is joint ventures, then keep doing it. Keep concentrating on joint ventures. There's no law that says, now you have to do pay-per-click. You can start to now gradually add in new tactics, and I suggest that, but only after this one thing is working. And with the other new tactics, that's when you can outsource. You could find someone to do link building for you. You could find someone to do video submissions. You could find someone to manage your pay-per-click. You don't have to study everything you need to know about pay-per-click. Find a service, and they'll take 10% or 15% commissions, but they'll manage everything. You don't have to do it all. That's where everyone says to me, well, Ryan, how do you do so many things? How do you run so many businesses? Because I don't try to do it all myself. I find people who are the best in what they do and let them run with it. So that's your action step. I've got another great What the F coming. This is going to be number 4, and you're going to see more ways that people are leaving money on the table and how to instantly grow your business. So hope you enjoyed this. If you like this, please feel free to comment on the blog, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.